Peak Distillery is a craft whisky distillery based in Derbyshire in the Derwent Valley. We produce predominantly single malt English whisky and other styles of whisky in smaller volumes. Allied to that, we produce our own rum and also gin. All of these spirits are made, matured and bottled on site. Our story is very much based on the concept of provenance, heritage and flavour. We're trying to produce English whisky that has a Derbyshire DNA, and we're doing it from a former wireworks that operated for 120 years, exported its products all over the world, and we kind of feel that legacy in the way that we run our business. As part of the distillation process, the stills require a source of cooling at the condensing phase. Since the distillery is based right next door to the River Derwent, we use the river water for the cold water feed to the condensers.
Using the river water, it's basically free cooling for us. There's a long history of whisky distilleries built next to sources of water, specifically to cool the stills. How well you can cool your stills is entirely dependent on how well you can filter the water and get it around the condensers. Our original process, we had to use a sock filter that we have to manually change. It was basically a bag filtering out large bits of debris. The downside to it was it used to clog all the time. We'd forever having to be stopping process, changing the filter. It was a manual process, so it's up and down a ladder. At the very worst, during the winter months, you could lose a whole day constantly changing filters. So it was a huge challenge for us, and it used up a lot of our time.
A lot of our distillery equipment and the materials we use are English, and so we were trying to find a UK-based solution. We didn't know exactly what we were looking for, but we found Finex, and then we started the conversation about what we were doing. They said, well, here are some solutions that we could talk about.
Finex loaned us an eco filter just to trial, and it just worked really well. So we ordered one. It's very easy to maintain. It's made of stainless steel. There's a mesh on the inside, and how it actually works, there's a wiper blade that goes around, and it's entirely self-cleaning. So it's really easy to use. We're able to cool our stills without using electric chillers and a glycol system, so it has financial benefits and is much nicer for the environment.
The return on investment was certainly within 12 months and possibly within 6. The system has given us back 10 to 20 hours a month depending on the season, and those hours we can now spend on research and development, increasing our capacity, on value-add items. We almost take it for granted now. The ongoing support we've had from Finex has been great. Finding someone that was prepared to help us apply what was, I think, proven technology, but to a slightly different situation. They were superb.
Whenever there was an issue, they were always just an email away, and they were happy to travel the distance to come and troubleshoot any issues we were having.
They were available at short notice often because we've got an ongoing process to help us just bed in the system.
My advice to any customers of Finex, you're in safe hands.
Give them a call, explain the problem that you may have, and I'm sure there'll be a solution for whatever your problem is.